your face. Boom in your face. Hello and welcome to Boom in Your Face, a platform for indie artists and musicians to come and share their new music or project. We're excited to dive into the backstories in the world of independent artistry and explore the stories and experiences of those who are creating some of the most exciting and innovative work today. As we all know, the entertainment industry can be a challenging and competitive place, and independent artists and creatives often face even greater hurdles when it comes to getting their work seen or heard. However, despite these challenges, independent artists and creatives continue to push the boundaries of what's possible and bring their unique perspectives and talents to the world. So whether you're a fan of independent music, film, art, or just love hearing about the latest trends and developments in the entertainment industry, we invite you to join us on this exciting journey. With your support, we can shine a spotlight on the incredible work being done by independent artists and creators around the world and help to ensure their voices are heard loud and clear. That's why we need your support. We're committed to bringing you the most interesting and informative conversations with independent artists and creators from all walks of life. But we can't do it without your help. By supporting our podcast, you help us to bring these important stories to a wider audience and give independent artists and creatives the recognition they deserve. And I'm thanking you ahead of time for all your support, but also want to remind you that Boom in Your Face has a second meaning, that sometimes you think life is going one way, but Boom in Your Face, it goes a total different way. So sit back and relax, enjoy, and blessings. Well, welcome, Lil Yellow. All right, I want you to tell everybody about who you are and where they can reach you, and let's go with that. Who are you?
I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper from Miami, Florida. They can find me on all social media, Little Yellow, TikTok, Little Yellow Music, Instagram, Little Yellow 98, YouTube, Little Yellow, Spotify, Apple Music, Little Yellow. So anywhere, just type in Little Yellow and it's pretty. Once you see yellow, then you found me.
All right, so we got your name, Little Yellow. And so tell me what got you into music.
I've just listened to music all my life, really. My parents are like much older, so like I was raised like very like with a lot of old school music. So
Okay.
hearing like Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and
Oh,
Marvin
the
Gaye,
greats.
yeah, like Sade, like you hear all of these artists,
Oh,
and then
Sade now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So
I know
you
that's mom.
okay? Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah.
My it's honestly, bro, my dad's music taste is like
Really? Okay.
pretty
He's
crazy.
eclectic. He's eclectic.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's good.
yeah,
That's what rounds you out by being
yeah,
selective.
yeah, and more so like the hip hop side was like from my brother. Really, like
Okay.
that's where I got all the like hip hop stuff
hmm
from. Because he would, I remember hearing like Kanye for the first time, and I was
Okay.
like, "Yo, what is this?" Like, and I was like, sneak his. He would be taking a nap, and I'll sneak his iPod in and try to like
Right.
listen to Kanye. Like, it was like that's how I really got into like music. But I always like just it was just always around me. Like I wasn't in like the church or anything like in the choir,
Right.
but I was definitely like just always kind of like it was just always around me, you know.
Okay, something wrong with that. Listen, music stimulates the brain. That's how we connect. Music is the only thing that will penetrate your brain. If you are in a coma and things of that nature, music will reach you because music is to the soul. It really is. And I mean, people say it and sometimes they not really realize the depth of where music really travels, but it really travels to your soul. So if you ever want to reach a person that's not able to speak, right? It doesn't have to be a coma. It could be just someone that can't speak or unable to communicate verbally at a point in time in their life or whatever. If you put on some music, especially
That's
something that they
interesting.
you think,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the
yeah,
psychology of music. It
yeah.
really will stimulate the brain to be active and really try to grasp and flow into that. So music is very powerful and people don't realize the strength behind it. So it's important on what you put out there.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
That's
Cause
deep
I
because that is
yeah,
the language that is really reaching all the way in.
yeah. No, that's real. I
So,
think I think probably one of my first memories was really like hearing music for real. Cause I
yeah,
remember I was driving and I was listening to like some jazz and I was like, why
mhm,
does this sound so familiar?
right.
Like why does it like I don't remember like
How and
visually
where?
being anywhere, but I like could kind of like remember the fact that I was like probably like really, really like an infant or something.
You
And like
probably was in the womb. because you can remember
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that far back. People think I'm joking when I say I do, but I
yeah,
do, but I don't go deep with it because some people can't handle, different
yeah,
levels of
yeah.
truth.
That's how I remember a
So,
lot of like memories
mm-hmm,
is from music. Like that's how I remember like, oh, I remember what day this was because of this song right here. Like I remember
mm-hmm.
I was in high school and this song was playing. I remember Lotus Flower Bomb and I was in
Okay,
love and this time like I remember stuff from music a lot of times.
okay. So think about this. One day, ask your parents about, was y'all listening to a lot of music, or what kind of music do you remember listening to while I was in vitro, and see what they tell you.
Yeah, that's probably it definitely would probably be jazz because I remember like
Mm-hmm,
as like a baby, I
mm-hmm.
remember hearing it and now like now growing up I would hear it now and I'm like, why do I feel like as if like I
A
don't
part of
quite
you.
remember being yeah,
Yeah.
like it just feels like I was meant to hear it again at some point in my life, you know.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So let me ask you this. Before anyone knew your name, what were you obsessing over that still shows up in your music today?
Um, Sports and
Okay.
like the competitive, like I'm competitive,
Hmm.
you know, like I want to be the best, you know, and I think that's why I like rap. That's why I like hip hop,
Okay.
like, you know, waking up and, you know, shooting hoops and stuff like that. That's like still something I love. I don't do it as much as I used to, but when you go from like basketball to like music, it's like you kind of it's just ingrained in you like you want to get better and I
Hmm.
understand like the skills that it takes to like be good at basketball. I use that to like towards music. Whether I feel like playing ball or whatever, you learn
Hmm.
like at an early age, like it's not how you feel. You just play. You might be a little sore, but you make sure you get your 100 shots in, your 200 shots in. And like with music, it's the
Hmm.
same thing where I may not feel like recording, but let me go and record, you know. And I
Right.
try to carry that like athletic kind of world to like music so that I don't get, you know, lazy because I feel like a lot of artists they move based upon how they feel versus
Hmm.
like, well, if you see it as a career, then you can't always do what you feel. Like right now,
Right.
it's like 10 o'clock right now, right?
That's
And
right.
like
Exactly.
and
Here
we
we
here,
are.
you feel me? You
But what I'm
know?
gonna tell you, music is a sport. It really is because when you go to perform and you're on the stage, you need the endurance to be able to last that long doing whatever you're doing, if you're playing an
Yeah,
instrument, singing, rapping, all of that. And that's why some people can't do live performances because they haven't trained themselves to be physically fit to be able to handle the rigor of the road. So it is a
yeah,
sport activity if you really think
yeah,
about it, right?
yeah,
And then you think about how much sports play music, right? Just to
yeah,
keep
yeah.
the audience engaged. So there you go with that music piece in games. So now tell me about some of the music that you have written because I know I told you those two 911 that you performed is
Right, yeah.
amazing. That's going to let everybody gonna know you Little Yellow off of that.
We
Hmm.
need that listen. We need all the streams, man. We
That's right. Well, that goes both ways. So don't forget about listening to Boom in Your Face podcast now.
okay, let's do it then.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
got I
Hmm.
got
But what inspired you to write that one?
you. Just life,
No.
really. Just life.
Hmm.
You live life and like I've always been a big factor of like I'm never gonna write music based upon things that I ain't did. Like I never
Right.
been in the streets. I never, you
Okay.
know, so
That's
like
not you.
yeah, it's not me. So like I always like, you know, was big on being creative, you know, and big on
Right.
like, oh, let me write about my day. And like I feel like you're a really great artist when you can just write about anything and make it good. Like at that
Right.
point, like that's where I got to. Like it was just a date. It's like years ago,
Hmm.
like
Okay.
2021, and I was like, oh, let me just write about this date and
Okay.
let me find an edge to it, you know. And growing up, listening to all like love songs and all that, you hear these love songs and then you start to realize how like Michael Jackson relates something to a certain
Yes.
topic.
Hmm.
And it's not necessarily, oh, I'm in love, but let me give you
Hmm.
a topic. So like 911, it's
Right.
like, okay, somebody can be beautiful, but like, how do I do this? Wait,
Hmm.
okay, like okay, she's fine. Okay, what makes her fine? Okay, she's hot. Okay, what makes her hot? Call 911. Okay, cool. Let me,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like I try to
Yes.
do music
You
songs like
dissected
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, like I feel
you're
like
taking me through your process. I appreciate that. That's your
yeah, like
process of how you constructing your songs.
yeah, like I grew up, especially like artists like Wale, like
Hmm.
the way he'll break down like a love song and like just
Right,
he'll piece it together and then he'll find a topic in a and just a point of reference where it's like, okay, no one's really saw this angle. And I felt that way
right.
with like 911, like who's gonna find an angle where it's like call 911 because she's like so fine type of thing. So I was like, let me find that and go through there. But I made that song like years ago actually too.
You know
Like
what? Sometimes the songs that you put in the archive are the ones that break through sometimes because that's just how it goes. People, just like I said, sometimes people are not ready for the layers of truth. Sometimes it's just not the season for something. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, I had that on the back burner. I'll give you an example. This is how we do it. Think about
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He really wasn't in love with that song. He really didn't want it, especially
Mhm.
once he had started walking a different life. But that's the biggest
Mhm.
song of his career that I know of. That is still he's still eating off that song right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
that's
so you never know how the audience is going to take and run with it. It's larger than when you let go of your creativity. It's larger than you because you're releasing it
yeah,
out.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yes, it
yeah,
started initially with you, but it just started initially with you and what you felt in your spirit was going to work. But
yeah,
then the spirit does the work for you once you release it.
yeah. At that point, it's no
It-
longer mine for real.
correct.
Now it's
Right.
everybody else's, and they get to experience, or
Yes.
share that experience with me.
So a lot of times, most artists and the greats that you're talking about, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, there's a lot of songs that we haven't heard that were in the archives that they put, they wrote it, and it was an emotional set, and then they was like, I'm not going to release this because they wasn't ready to let the world have it. They wanted to hold on to it because it was so personal to them.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just how it goes. So now tell me about the other song that you performed. How did you construct that one, or
Oh,
what did that mean to you?
the Welcome Home. I was supposed to perform a whole nother joint. I was supposed to perform Black Queen, but that's neither
Okay,
here nor there.
so we know the set. Now we got
Yeah,
911,
yeah,
Black
yeah.
Queen, and the one that you did do.
Yeah,
So we
the Welcome Home joint is kind of crazy because like
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes it's like I'll write something and it like comes true
Okay.
because I get a lot of like
Manifesting, that's
yeah,
what that is.
yeah.
And
So
that's real.
yeah, no, that's real because it
Hmm.
was like I wrote this joint long time ago, like during COVID.
Okay.
I didn't put this joint out till like 2022, but I remember just I needed a topic, and I was
Hmm.
watching like I don't know if you ever seen the movie with Martin Lawrence, like Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Yes, of course.
So I was watching the
Yes.
movie, and I was like, okay, what can I like do for this? And then I'm looking at the title, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, let me just okay, Welcome Home,
Let them
like.
flip that. Right.
Yeah, let me flip it real quick. Let me turn it into something. Then it starts like carrying over and it becomes a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Hmm.
Welcome home, Roscoe. And then I
That's
try to
right.
like almost make it seem like I was writing the soundtrack to that movie, basically. So I
Listen,
was,
you might be, manifesting. You might be
yeah,
on the soundtrack for the next one.
if they ever make another one. But
Well, but you
far,
listen, you can make one.
yeah, yeah. But far as the well,
Mhm.
hopefully they make another one. They call
Yeah,
me.
or you can write your own script and make it yourself. Something different
That's real.
but similar.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, it's no limit. You got a pen and paper, you got idea and creativity, you pray on it and you do it.
No,
There's no
that's
limit
real.
to what you can do because they all intersected. Movie, music, video, news, whatever you think, all entertainment is interconnected. So if you do one genre, you can easily flip to another. People don't really realize that that's a whole thing because you was talking about branding earlier. Branding is
Yeah, yeah,
multitasking, multimedia type of thing. So you
yeah.
could
No,
write a song, you could write a script, even if it's a short one, because you do videos. In your video, you have to have a script. It's a movie. It's just not a whole full movie, but it's a movie in say it's still a movie. It's a musical movie, right? So
no,
it's all
that's real.
about mindset and perspective on how you see it. Because if you see it far out of your reach, then it will be. But if you see it right there in front of you, then you can go for it because you know it's obtainable.
Right. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. So
The
that's how you got to
motivation.
be. Yeah.
And
So
I appreciate it. I
listen.
appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, because I mean, there's no limit to what you can do, especially when you're talking about creating things, right? Because we are a part of creation.
Hmm.
That's who we are. So there you have it. So now, what would you want to see happen this year that didn't happen last year, far as performance wise or music, creativity, projects you want to work on, stuff like that?
Uh, I just want more fans for real. I just want to
Hmm.
keep building like the fan base and just be able to perform different, more places, not just, here in Florida. Because last year I got to perform in Jersey and Atlanta.
Hmm.
So I just want to continue
Right.
doing things of that nature, keep building with the fans and just build that up. I feel like that's the most
Okay.
important thing to me. Like, you make the music and then you just
Hmm.
want to live off the art. You need as many
Right.
fans as possible. They say the first 1,000 fans. So I just hope to continue building that through the music and
Hmm.
from the music through the content and from the content, I build that connection to where I start, doing, I want to like this year really do merch, really build that
Okay.
fan relationship a bit more. Like I want to, end
Hmm.
up doing a Patreon, more like YouTube content where I'm like just having like the vlogs and stuff. I was doing vlogs, but like it's very in and out. So I really want to
Right.
be consistent with that on the
Yeah.
YouTube side of things. But other than that, like it's just really, doing just, I feel like once you have the fans, that's where everything resides in. Like the numbers is obviously gonna go up. The monthly listeners and all that stuff all, come coincides. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really to me, for me, it's really
Right.
that. And then just getting better as an artist. Like,
Okay.
that's my
Yeah.
number one priority, getting better as an artist. Start really working on like a debut album, you know,
Mm-hmm.
start doing
Okay.
stuff like that, start putting those pieces together and just go from there really just to get better. I try not to like since I've gotten older to be like, oh, this has to happen this year. Like I'm gonna work as hard as I can, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's like if it doesn't happen, if I aim for like Jupiter and I ended up on
Right.
Mars, if I just work as the next year is hard, I'm gonna end up on Jupiter because I
Well,
keep
listen,
aiming for it.
you just wrote your song right there. That's your next
Yeah.
song you're gonna write. Once you
Or
start thinking about that, when we finish this rap, you need
right,
to go on and start thinking about writing that actually.
right. Okay, I'm gonna think of
Yeah.
something like that.
That's
I'm gonna think.
motivational right there, even if you don't make it there. If you just made it this way, are you going to be satisfied if it doesn't what it looks like? Don't let me go
Yeah,
into my
yeah.
old rapping background. But
Yeah,
what
okay.
I will
Uh-oh.
say, yeah, yeah, but let
Uh-oh.
me say this to you is that I hear you. You're right. Fans are important to have.
Hmm.
But the most important thing fans are coming for is you and your authenticity and the fact that you're doing what you love and you're writing from a holistic, deep space. Some, yes, you can get a poppy come off song too, but I'm talking about the super fans because that's what you're going after. Because I'm hearing you, what you're saying. If you get some super fans,